but the gas prices. See, when you're from Jersey, it ain't petrol, it's gas. So it is the end of 100 days. Energy prices, why aren't they falling? Why aren't gas prices at $1.99 or $1.98 where you at? Why? It's a little bit complicated, but not really. You need to investigate a few things. The first thing you need to investigate is your specific local area tax. Your local area tax is based on sort of just competition, but there are local taxes. And that ain't that complicated. You can use things like Gas Buddy. You can even go to like AAA's website and you can find like gas comparable things for the day. You can use AI. Just stay away from Google. Don't tell people to Google anything. I use YouTube because I got followers on YouTube. But don't use Google. Stop Googling things. Google is a directed source of influenced, manipulated, and censored research results. Okay, you are the product on your phone. Google's already using you, whether you have an Apple phone or not. If you watching this video, Google's selling you to people, and they're going to manipulate your map results. They're going to manipulate just about everything you look at. So the first 3 pages on a quote-unquote Google search are what they want you to see, not what you want you to see. And Gemini is deep blue garbage, okay? Do not use Gemini. Learn how to prompt AI anyway, but do not use Gemini. But when you do an AI search, you can look at gas prices that way, and you can see the kind of gas around the area and what it is at the current day. Like find the ups and the downs, and you can shop around for the local stuff. But you need to do a little bit more digging, because on the wider frame, you need to look carefully at the kind of independents and Republicans that run for your local state House and your state Senate. Because if they are independents and Republicans and they vote like somebody in North Carolina at like a federal level, like Tom Tillis, they are basically beholden to the EPA and to anyone that is foreign in nature. Like if you go to, like let's say Valero's still around, Circle K is a great example. These are foreign gas companies. Now you may see cheaper gas prices at foreign gas companies, but you're also getting shit gas, okay? And you're dealing with the kind of energy manipulation that some of these countries are working on. It's not going to help you in the long run see the kind of gas prices that you need to be finding. Now the other thing is people go to BJ's, Sam's Club, Costco, and they get discount gas. Well, find out where your gas is coming from and see if that's worth it. Because most likely, President Trump found a red state like Oklahoma that is a really red state and went to, like somebody went to like Costco or whatever, and they get a discounted gas. Or maybe they went to a military base in like Oklahoma, and they found you $1.99. Now, why I mentioned the local first, you need to explore what is your state's local gas tax. What is the local gas tax for your state? North Carolina, congratulations, Yankees like me that moved here. Congratulations. North Carolina is the 9th highest state gas tax in the country. You can imagine the top 5: Hawaii, New York, California, Washington State. Find all the red, the bluest of the blues, where all the manipulated illegal votes come from, and you will see the highest top fives. Okay? Where is the lowest gas tax? I don't know. Ask Grok. Ask ChatGPT. Stay away from deep blue nonsense, China stuff, and find out where your lowest gas tax states are. Look it up. But your local state gas tax, let's take North Carolina since that's where I'm at, 44 cents. Go to any gas station in your state, subtract the state gas tax, and that right there is what you should be paying. Because ask yourself, am I being represented for this tax? Are they representing my vote? I know it gets pretty close to the mark, and I hate doing this, but District 13 being redistricted post-COVID by the Dems and the fake rhinos, the real rhinos that are fake red in the state Senate, manipulated and gerrymandered the district to redraw the lines and include enough of Wake County in District 13 to give us Wiley Nickel. Wiley Nickel is also from New Jersey, but Wiley Nickel is by far the most owned by Planned Parenthood and George Soros Open Society. They are not interested in zero local gas tax. They are not interested in no presence of the EPA. The EPA, George Soros, all of the Democrat blue funders are fist friggin' all kinds of extra taxes built in so that their foreign energy companies can make money. It's always about the money that goes in and the power and the influence that foreign countries have with the Democrats. Joe Biden had no idea what he was doing unless it came to his family, and then Jill took care of everything to ensure that all of his China deals involved a secure financial, all of the outside of the country promises that he made and did, he did at the behest of the company that he was protecting, the company of the Biden crime family. So I say that all to say, why are your gas prices $3? Why are your gas prices $2.50? Why are your gas prices not $1.99? Your governor, your attorney general in your state, you need to look carefully at the way the counties and the districts broke down in the last election. In your, I love this word, the gubernatorial race, because the governor appoints the AG. And you need to look at, yes, the judicial branch of your state. North Carolina unironically rigged the election with a woman whose last name is Riggs. That is her last name, Riggs. She was installed when the election came in late, and they said it was the military votes that came in. They had, paper ballots that came in late because they were military people. It will not be investigated the way it needs to be. And it simply will not be justified. And we're stuck with a left-wing judicial Supreme Court in North Carolina. Look into your state Supreme Court. Make sure all of your judges that you can vote for in your state, make sure you know who they are. And look up the most important thing about your governor. What does your governor say about Donald Trump? If your governor has vowed to fight Donald Trump, your governor will keep the taxes in energy in your state high. And what do all Democrats do? They use the media to blame Trump and blame actual MAGA Republicans for what they are doing. They are keeping your gas prices over $2.50, over $3. And if, God forbid, you live in New York City or in California, anywhere, but definitely down in the Oxnard Plain, in the San Fernando Valley, if they have not lit your Tesla on fire and you're still driving a gasoline vehicle, you're being taxed for the road itself. They actually tax you locally for pavement, because pavement is bad for the environment. It's bad for the watershed. You know what else is bad for the watershed? Democrats. Communism is horrible for the environment. They never cared about the environment. They care about giving control through them to the people that keep them in power. They don't care about your border. They don't care about your children unless they're trying to convert them into long-term, genitally mutilated voters for life. They're programming them into schools. And they're telling you, when you see those evil gas prices, see, gas is evil in the first place. So how can gas be evil and yet you still want it cheap? How do both of those things exist at the same time? Only in the religion of the Democratic Party. AOC is a priestess in their religion. Their religion exists as a counter to Christianity. If you don't think that that's a reality, look at the lockstep to which they follow. Republicans are so far all over the map, and the majority is so minimal, that you're never, ever going to get... I need to turn around here. I hope they don't shoot me. So, if you're working hard and you want to know where are them $1.99 gas prices, you need to do one simple thing. Every single day, call your governor's office. Find a town hall. Get a hold of your piece of shit federal representatives, your district's representatives that you supposedly voted for, that doesn't come to any local functions. Get a hold of them and say, you owe us a town hall. And I'm going to bring about 50 of my friends that actually work. They want to know, what do you think of Donald Trump's energy? That's the question you need to ask them. I want them all on record. What do you think of Donald Trump's energy policy? And listen, and write it down, and record it, and put it out there so that when everybody tries to look at Trump and say, your gas prices are still high, you're a liar. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, mutilated it. You're a liar. You listen to liars. Your religion is a lie. Set yourself free or set yourself on fire. Gas prices are still high because you let them. Stop listening to the news and open the scriptures and let Jesus reveal who's in charge. Who's in charge?